I bought some canned peaches at Costco just because they're like 12 bucks for these 4 big jars. And so I'm making this recipe. I'll link it in the description box. It's not my recipe, but I am changing some things. So I did exactly what she said, but here with the topping, I did oatmeal instead of flour. So the same amount of oatmeal instead of flour. And it's very basic. It's just sugar and butter and then the flour, but I did sugar, butter, and oats. And I guess not oatmeal, but oats. And I added some cinnamon because there is no cinnamon in this recipe, and I feel like that'd be a good place to put it. So let's see what it looks like when it's all baked. While I'm waiting for that to bake up, I am just stuffing dates. So I have these dates I got at the Mediterranean market. I just put in this plastic tub. And walnuts I also got there, and I'm just open them up. These aren't pitted, so just pop the pit out. It's really easy. Just pull them apart or just cut them down the center here or wherever. Take the pit out and then just shove some walnuts in there. Look at that, a full tub of stuffed dates in an old gelato packaging. Sometimes with something like this, especially because there's so much kind of juiciness with the peaches on top, it's hard to tell if it's ready. So I have this little thermometer. It's actually from King Arthur Flour. I don't know if it's their brand or not, but if you dip it in there, just wait a few seconds. When you bring it out, if it's red, that means it's fully cooked. It's great. It's a bread thermometer, basically. I will say the recipe said this takes 35 to 40 minutes baking, something like that. And it took over an hour. I would say an hour and like 10. So I don't know. But look how bubbly, like good that is. Love it. Yeah, it comes out nice and bready. You know, it's not like soft or anything like that. So it's a little bit different. But again, supposedly this is a breakfast item. I don't know. So I still have a few of these sliced peach jars, and so this morning I'm going to make a crumble, and I'm just using a recipe from the internet. I know this doesn't look pretty, but it's basically some brown sugar, cinnamon, cornstarch, and a little bit of salt, and I kind of chopped up the peaches a little bit, but like I said, for that first recipe I showed you, I will link the recipe. And then here's the crumble, which is just some flour, old-fashioned oatmeal or oats, and then they said brown sugar or regular sugar. I use brown sugar, and then a little salt, and then I'm going to mix this and then add in some cold butter and then just spread that over the top and bake it up. I will say for me the worst part of this kind of thing is chopping up cold butter and then kind of mixing it in with your hands or pastry cutter. That's easier. Have I essentially given up and just left bigger pieces of butter? Yes. Okay, sorry about the lighting. It makes everything look like gross. This is more golden in real life, but anyway, I'm gonna pop this in the oven, and it says 30 to 40 minutes, so hopefully it only takes that long. What a morning, I tell you. I forgot to put the walnuts on there. They're optional, but I'm just gonna crumble some of these up, or you know, make them a little bit smaller, cut them up, and just put them on top, and it's already baking. It's nice and bubbly, and you're supposed to broil it a little bit, and of course I broiled it a little too much. That's all right, because I didn't toast the walnuts before, so it's fine. There you go.